Hey guys, it's Coach Lois here today with what I call now Wealth and Wisdom Wednesday. As I had shared with you guys before, last week I was starting new Monday monologues and I was out of town. Full disclosure, right? So I thought I would come today and talk about Wealth and Wisdom Wednesday. So I actually had also sent this out in an email. It's a topic of conversation as the world is turning, as the economy is shifting. If you heard my last guest, he studies economy, he studies the globe, he's got clients all over the world. This is Dr. Moyne. And ultimately, people are noticing the shift. In some countries, there's a recession. There's a lot of my fellow coaches who are struggling and have had to let go of their virtual assistants. I've seen and heard a lot of rumblings from other people who are quitting jobs and just like wanting to start a new business, but not knowing where to begin, knowing where to turn. And for better or for worse, whether we like it or not, our lives do revolve around this thing called money. And so, as many of you know, I'm doing a 5-day Heal Your Relationship with Money challenge next week. And some of my inspiration for that is coming from this little book called The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. Highly recommend you get it. But I wanted to do a little exercise today. This will be a short monologue. So as you know, I'm doing more of these to keep people going, keep people excited, keep people fired up in my healthy and wealthy and wise community. So I did want to make sure that you guys have also an opportunity to get some coaching on this call. So this is a little exercise that we're gonna talk about, knowing that there's a fair amount of people who look to money to take care of their basic needs. There's people that talk about multiple streams of income. There's also people that are investing in crypto and all these different mediums of money. And I've talked about before, money can be stressful, right? It depends on how you grew up. How did your parents value money? Did they talk about it? How did your ancestors value money? I grew up with parents who were born during the Great Depression, right? And you didn't talk about money, right? And yet there's a lot of people out there that have programs saying, hey, guaranteed income, make X amount of dollars. I've done it. I don't do it anymore personally, because to me, money has shifted. Money has changed for me. And how you have a relationship with money, it impacts every area of your life. It impacts your relationships. There's that song or that movie, I think, For Love or Money. The number one reason they say people are divorced is financial issues. There's a lot of people who go to college and get multiple degrees. They spend years of their life and go into debt because we've been taught every degree you have increases your value, right? Increases your income potential. You look more desirable if you're working for other people. There's even coaches. And when I was in real estate, the more certifications you get behind your name, you'll make more money. When I was in real estate, if you had a better credit score, you were seen as more valuable or valued. You could get a higher mortgage and a lower interest rate. So our world evolves around money. I know also people, they hold themselves hostage. There's a lot of coaches and healers and podcasters and a lot of people in my industry who do this. They'll get a job just for the money, even though they might hate it secretly or not so secretly, right? And they think someday I'm going to quit this job and I'm going to work a full-time coaching business, right? A lot of people will get side hustles. Why? Maybe not because they love them or love the idea of it. They want the money. And then they have 2 jobs, 2 things. They're overwhelmed. Now, I hope I'm not sounding like a doomsday person here. I'm just speaking truth. We have put way too much emphasis on in our world. And I know this because I got caught up in all of it. Money has impacted my marriage negatively. Money impacted my health negatively because I grew up with this. You got to work hard for your money. There's even a song about it. She works hard for her money. I thought I had to work hard to get, right? And so at the end of the day, I want to demystify, debunk, shift, cause you to really question your relationship with money today. So in this Wealth and Wisdom Wednesday, I sent an email out. I'm actually going to pull it up. We're going to do a little exercise together. And so you're going to be closing your eyes. So hopefully you're not driving, or when you listen to this later. And feel free if this money conversation hits you anywhere in the heart or in the mind, and like, please hit the share button. And if you can catch me before I wrap it up, go ahead and comment below with questions. But I was noticing a lot of people struggling, especially during the pandemic. And so I did a lot of deep dive work on myself. I studied this book, the Abundance book, and it got me thinking about the words money versus abundance. So what I want you to do now is I'm going to have you actually close your eyes. So go ahead and close your eyes. And I'm going to give you a few seconds, but I just want you to say the word money. Maybe take a deep breath first. Go ahead, take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And I want you to say the word money and then pause and see what comes up for you. So go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Money. See what you notice. Smell, taste, feel, think about. Say it one more time. Money. And then I want you to open your eyes. And I'm going to give you Webster's Dictionary definition about money. Then we're going to do the same thing with the other word that I'm talking about today, abundance. So Webster's Dictionary defines money as something generally accepted as a medium of exchange, a measure of value, or a means of payment, such as officially coined or stamped metal currency, newly minted money. That's the definition in Webster's Dictionary of money. Now, my question to you is, and if you're watching this live or on the replay, #live, where are you tuning in from? #replay, where are you tuning in from? I'd love to get to know you guys. What came up for you? I'm just guessing that it wasn't, money's just a measurement. It actually is neutral. It actually only has value that I place on it. Because that's what Webster's Dictionary says. It doesn't say you have to have lots of money in the bank account to be successful. You have to have lots of money to be loved. You have to have lots of me, this is money, in order to be happy. Money is neutral. Money is just a measurement. And yet, when you closed your eyes, I'm guessing that's not the conversation you had in your head. If you had anything other than money is neutral, money is not my value or my worth, how much I make doesn't matter, I am enough, I'm more than enough, I am worthy, the size of my bank account doesn't really matter, it's just a form of measurement. If you had anything but that, then I invite you to do a deep dive. Doesn't have to be with me. Although I would encourage you to consider my 5-day Heal Your Relationship Money Challenge next week. It's the first and probably last time I'm going to offer it. But I really encourage you to consider signing up. Because here's the flip side of money. Let's talk about abundance. Abundance is a word that I know I was a little confused about. It was a different word for me because it wasn't used a lot growing up. A lot of times I did equate abundance with money, but even just saying the word, there was a different energy. So let's do the same exercise really quick. I'm going to have you close your eyes. We're almost done. Take a deep breath in. And just shake off that last word. Forget about that last word. Take another deep breath in. And let's focus on the word abundance. Say the word abundance with your eyes closed. Say abundance. And I'm going to give you silence to see what comes up. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, coming back. I'd love for you, if you want to comment below, did you notice a difference between the two? Versus money the first round, abundance the second round. Let me read the definition, because maybe you didn't notice anything. I don't know. Here is Webster's Dictionary version or definition of abundance. An all efficiency of supply, a full measure of infinite good, an ample quantity, an abundant amount, profusion. For example, a city has an abundance of restaurants. Second definition, affluence, wealth, a life of abundance. Notice it didn't have any words. It didn't say money. It didn't say money. So this is a very different definition. And here's the point. I believe a lot of us, society has helped us growing up with parents and, people who went through the Great Depression war era. There's been this overemphasis on keeping up with the Joneses, money, money, money. There's so many songs about it that we've lost focus that our divine birthright is abundance. Money hasn't even been around for that long. Abundance is what we were born with, what this planet was created with. We are more than enough. We have more than enough. We've been stuck in that left brain analytical numbers, attaching our value and our to money for far too long. And the world is changing. I talked about this yesterday in my Pursuit of Happiness class. The world is changing and people are less attached to money. However, if your relationship, if money created any kind of anxiety or any memories that came up that floated to the surface, any thoughts, feelings, emotions that were considered lower vibrational energies, fear, anxiety, then if you're out there selling your services, but you have that stuck in your body, subconscious wounding, ego, monkey mind, it's going to impact your income. It's going to impact your net worth. It's going to impact your relationships. It's going to impact your marriage. It's going to impact your clients. So my goal here at Healthy and Wealthy and Wise is to shift your consciousness around money to abundance. Abundance helps you raise your vibration. When you're coming from an abundant mentality or consciousness, in your heart space, as well as energetically, we are quantum beings, right? We're not just this meat suit. We are super conscious beings. That's going to change your health. That's going to change your wealth when you're coming from that abundant place, as opposed to scarcity, lack, not enoughness, whatever money creates inside of your physical self, that's usually where your energy flows, your intention flows. And again, money won't buy you happiness. So if you saw value in this today, please hit the share button with your community. Again, I'm going to alternate between mindset Monday, and wisdom wealth Wednesdays, just to help continue the consistency and continuing the conversation. Because depending on where you are in the world, either you're in a recession or you're not, that doesn't freak me out. It doesn't freak me out because I'm coming from an abundant space of love, consciousness, service, trust, compassion, that right side of the brain that you've heard me talk more and more about. And of course, would love and welcome you to join me next week for the 5-day Heal Your Relationship with Money Challenge. If you know someone struggling, please hit the share button. I'd love to invite them. I'll put the link below and in the show notes so that you can join even after. You can sign up and get the recordings. Attending it live, though, will cause some much bigger shifts. Even if you can't attend all 5 days, even one day could shift your consciousness, raise your vibration, release some baggage that you may have negatively around money that's holding you hostage, holding you back. Because here we want you to live your best health, your best wealth, whatever that means for you, and have the wisdom to really truly go within to find what that is for you, as opposed to what society has told you, what past coaches have told you, what your parents may have told you around any of that. So until next time, guys, here's to your best health, your best wealth, your best wisdom. Bye-bye for now.